Notice to principal is notice to Agent Smith programs. Have you ever noticed there's a guy named Luna? His last name is called Luna, as in lunatic. TikTok markets. I remember TikTok markets in the early 60s. TikTok market investment vehicles like BlackRock. So there is a guy that goes by the name of Luna, like in lunar, like in lunatic. Lunatics as in parasitic corporate lunatics, lunar ticks, and how that relates to atmospheric breathing cycles, as in breathing cycles, right? Known as periods, right? The period, the period cycle, the flashlight cycle are breathing experiments, as breeding experiments, right? And how that relates to future versions, right? Memory-driven false light echo maps. And so this guy goes by the name of Luna, and he wears a military uniform as a sheriff in Los Angeles counties. So they mean the opposite of what's true. So when they call it Los Angles, the angles like angels, it's really the city of demons. And so this guy named Sheriff Luna is the head demon. And how do you know that? Because how many stars is he wearing on his bars as barcodes, isobars, isometric, right? The thermal gradient of compressing what? Codes, digital codes, and IMP codes. And so he wears 5 stars. Oh, 5 stars. So he wears 5 stars on his collar to symbolize his rank and horsepower in cycles. The 222 cycles. So he has 5 stars on his cycle, right? 5, like 55. Half of 10, 55 cycles. And so you'll notice, if you've ever seen the Riverside County, one of his compadres in Riverside County, or San Bernardino County Sheriff, I noticed the other day, an observation. He's wearing 4 stars. But they've both been elected ticks. Elect the tick. The polymorphic resin-coated ticks. Oh, polymers. Synthetics. Synthetic telepathy. So one tick is communicating with another tick. A tick-tock. The clock cycles. The circadian rhythm of atmospheric consciousness-directed mirrors. So the San Bernardino County Sheriff, even though he's been elected, false light memory-driven Google Maps, false light echoes, he's been elected as a 4-star, general, like General Electric. So he's 4-star General Electric. Now you got a 5-star General Electric. So Luna, as in a lunatic running the asylum in Los Angeles counties, has 1 more star than San Bernardino County, even though they're both the sheriff of each county. So that's how they visually code what we see in our mirror the rank and horsepower of military parasitic hierarchies, of fictional illusions. The illusion of that map that requires our electrical consent to power what we see in our mirror, the lunatics. So we're providing the electrical consent to experience in our mirror lunatics, lunar ticks. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Right? 222. So they're cycling at 222. That's their rank and horsepower. The lunatics. I know. It's not funny, is it? So I'm realizing finally that I'm becoming less comfortable communicating on this phone. So I was going to share when I mentioned to somebody that I've met online, right? Online. How about inline? Like an inline tea? Or like an inline tea. Yeah, we used to use T's to connect water worlds. Right? One to the left, one to the right, just like a gated Y. Equal sharing, equidistance from the center point of the first eternal sun, the silver gold mated one, the one I serve, I Manu. And so I've shared a number of videos about Misha. Right? When she mentioned that her light was bent, her spirit was bent. And she was wanting to heal. So now we're back to 12 steps, right? Step it up, right? Step 11, as a result of a spiritual awakening, I'm now at step 12, base 12. Now I'm in electrical service to others, giving away electrons at the highest rate of speed. And why we need a voltage meter, thermal gauge, the vacuum gauge to experience the true still point of a real vacuum. So I met her daughter, and I acknowledged when I got to her house on the island of Oahu, I was observing her daughter mimicking her mother, right in chaos, right? And so over time speed vectors, just being present, golden silence, not saying a word out of my voice box, they were beginning to heal because they were letting me know they were healing, just being present in a present moment. The real echo of a true vacuum, experiencing being I Manu, the phasing speed of I Manu, the real universe, the real unici, Iani. So I had an opportunity later on over here on the Big Island when we were down at Lapoi Hoi and her mother left, and I was there with her daughter, her 4-year-old little daughter. And her name is Anu, A-N-U, Anu. And she is very brilliant. Okay. I watched her right in front of me teleport. We were walking along a dirt road here on the Big Island. This was cool. And we were holding hands together. Her, Misha's husband at the time, Jason, upon which Anu came to be into creation, was made manifest into creation, what we see in our visual display. So we were holding hands together and sort of walking along the dirt road, lined up, sort of walking at a gate speed pace, the breathing space, the atmospheric cycles of breathing together and walking together as a little family group. And then you'll notice that Anu was out in front of us. And then in a split second, she's behind us. Whoa, hey, you're behind us now. That's a pretty good trick. Yeah. So when I was with Anu, her and I were together, I was walking around and took her for a nature walk, the crystal wave. And I was kissing flowers and hugging trees and showing her how beautiful it was to be with the essence and the spirit of Mother Nature. and what it's like to be in love with Mother Nature, which is to be in love with your own mirror. Now you're experiencing what I am, which is what love is. And she was beginning to learn and became doing that herself in her own cellular processing speed. And I acknowledged, whoa, she's learning fast how to become one with Mother Nature. The mother arc, the 13th mother arc of the star firelight cycle. Yeah. And so now that's going to be reflected by virtue of what her mother is experiencing through her child. Now her mother is healing. Now we're healing each other together, breathing as one, experiencing the first one, the eternal one, the silver and gold mated one, the one I serve. I'm Manu. So you see how that works in person, where that little girl was able to experience what I was doing by virtue of what I am, and she began experiencing herself what's called means testing, which is the test result, which is the logic of what Anu was experiencing by virtue of experiencing what I was doing, which is what love is. Now she was experiencing the result of that in her own cellular state of awareness, which was rising. Her electrical speed was rising. Now her spin capacity, the velocity, and her cells. Now she has a higher state of awareness. Well, now her immunity function, which is metabolic function, her mathematical function, is experiencing a higher state of awareness because now she's experiencing real life, which is real life. The breathing tempo. Right? And so I started to translate this going back to being with my own biological parents that I picked precisely at the exact moment of a flash, like a flash drive, a disk drive motor, the CDT plate, translation of T, the tectonic plates, the speed at which we're translating mathematical codes to experience the first code translator, the original tones, the original plasma tones of an eternal sun, to experience being one, breathing as one with an eternal sun. Yeah, that's why I don't hold on to one electron, right? Because then it generates mass. See, so you see how that works when I was a little kid, right? Giving everything away. I don't want to hold on to it in memory because it's a false light memory machine. Oh, the machines, yeah, learning through machines. Mathematical machines. The Wayback Machine. Yeah, the Wayback Machine. Like archive.org. The organization of machines. Machines that communicate with other machines. So machines are programming other machines. And they're learning at half speed. Right? Remember I covered what I learned going to the University of Arkansas in the behavioral sciences. All the data is all there about machine learning, machine coded learning. Now we're back to Terminator, Rise of the Machines, the alien machinery, machine code, the speed at which machines learn, because machines need electrical power just like your automobile, right? Robots, right? Robotic thinking, the thinking machine, the Wayback Machine. Turn the machine off. That's why those machines communicate with us, right? Oh, they want that electrical power to keep running those machines, right? They need the eternal source point of all electrical power in order to run that alien machinery, right? Noisemakers, like jackhammers, bulldozers, helicopters, jet engines, right? All them folks, a nuclear aircraft carrier, right? A tank, and then one Abrams tank. Yeah, the Truman Show model set, predictive modeling, right? The endocrine disruptors, So they learn. They learn. They learn to us, right? What we like, what we don't like, color of hair that we like, the color of hair we don't like. Oh, wow. I'm in love with everything. I'm in love with what I am. So everything that's in my mirror is experience what I am, which what love is. I'm Manu. Now I'm not held captive by a machine because I'm not running machine codes. I'm experiencing the first spirit, eternal spirit of fire, which is cosmic fire, which is cosmic love. So I'm learning through love what I am, which is what love is. So Anu was learning through love because Anu was experiencing being loved. Now Anu is learning through love, the eternal spirit of fire, which is cosmic love. And so therefore, cosmic love is learning at a higher rate of speed than machines. Right? So the online machinery community. So you realize, like when I was a child, they mimic back. Right? And how that relates to learning speed. Talk like a duck, look like a duck, walk like a duck, but it's not a duck. And that's scanning speed. And translating the codes of machines. Alien machinery. That's why they call it alien intelligence, because it's foreign. You know, remember the foreign, what is it? The Foreign Relations Act? Or you can, Anna Von writes on her website, to her credit, she always talks about creditors. We are the true electrical source of all electrical power. So anything that we get in the future is made virtue of what we experience first, which is eternity. And then they give it back to us later after they've already drained it. In order to maintain a visual display relationship with a siphon. A loose pump, if you will. Sucking electrical power out of 999. So they experience 222, which is 999. That's why we're all here. So, what's going on? Have a beautiful day. I was communicating directly Golden Fire Silence this morning, right at 7 a.m. BAM, first light, eternal light, which is eternal life, which is base 12, the center point of a base platform. Cool the base. Calm blue waters. Ah, yeah.